afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for this presentation hosted by New Jersey ACAC. A few housekeeping things before I turn over to the presenters today. All the recordings will be available on njaacac.org/virtualfairs website. And then we're encouraging students and families to sign up for more sessions, also on the njaacac.org website. A few things that you should know about today's presentation is that your camera and your microphone are off. The panelists can't see, but they can't hear you either. So that's something for you to be aware of. Now we're asking you to also put any questions you may have in the Q&A. The chat feature is turned off, so any questions you do have, please put it in the Q&A. And I'm going to come off camera and turn it over to your presenters for the day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I so very much appreciate you joining us today to learn a little bit about how impactful a Pennsylvania liberal arts education can be. I think let's introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Kat Swantak. I work at Juniata College.
Hi, my name is Justin Osment, the Assistant Director of Admissions at Lycoming College in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Hi, my name is Maddie Highmarsh, or Madison Highmarsh, if you would like to call me Madison. I work at King's College in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Marrero, and I'm an admission counselor at Albright College in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Excellent. So how we're going to do this panel is each of us is going to share a little bit about our institutions, what those unique factors are, to kind of give a picture and illustrate, given that Pennsylvania has so many different kinds of liberal arts colleges, why coming to Pennsylvania for a liberal arts education is so enriching. So we'll all share a little bit about our own colleges, and then we'll also talk about why that's important and how those distinctions can really be a powerful experience. So I'll go ahead and start us off and share my screen, if everyone can see that, okay? Presenters, do you want to give me a nod, if that's all right? It works. Okay, so Juniata College. Juniata is a small liberal arts college in Huntingdon, Pennsylvania. Let me just run through the basics really quick. We are about 1,500 students, and we have a very diverse campus, which is really wonderful to say, considering that Huntingdon, where we are, is only 10,000 residents. We have students from 39 different countries and 37 different states. And in those 39 countries, every continent is represented except for Antarctica, hopefully for obvious reasons. 30% of our student population is what we identify, or they identify as Milana. And Milana stands for Multicultural, African American, Latinx, Asian American, Native American, or Alaska Pacific Islander. And so we really do have a rich community here. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. The average class size is 19. And of course, and which will be really fun to talk about, we have over 100 clubs and student organizations. And I think that's what's really great about liberal arts colleges. We all kind of have quirky, a whole bunch of different kinds of clubs and activities for our students. So as I was mentioning before, and the whole reason for this panel that we came together to make is, it's very well known that Pennsylvania has a whole host and wealth of liberal arts colleges. But all of us, including all of us on this panel, have there's distinguishing factors. And so what I want to spend a little time talking about is, well, what for Juniata are those distinguishing factors? Because as we all know, fit is very important. So learning about those kinds of factors that indicate a good kind of fit for a college is really important. So what makes Juniata distinct from other liberal arts colleges? So for us in the educational, progression of a student's, journey, we're all about putting them in the driver's seat. The way I like to kind of, casually explain it is, you're paying us for 4 years of tuition money, getting your higher education degree. Should you not have a little bit of say, and control of that degree you've worked so hard for. So let me explain how that kind of works. The way I like to break it down with Juniata is there are two things to, if you're gonna forget everything I say today, I hope it's not these two things. One, we don't have majors here, not in the traditional sense. And the way I like to explain that is, with this, analogy, let's say you go to college and you tell the faculty, hey, I want to major in biology. Great, all right, here is your course list. These are the 40 credits that are mandatory. Here are 10 electives from which you can choose. Take them in this order. You have this amount of space for other courses. 4 years go by and you're all set. And that's great. There's a reason we all do that in the higher education industry. But at Juniata, we want to bend that a little bit. So we do something called the Program of Emphasis, POE. It's a lot easier to say POE than Program of Emphasis. So here's how the POE is different than a major. Let's say you come to Juniata and you say, hey, I want to do a POE in biology. The first thing that we are going to do as a community faculty staff, we're going to say POE in biology. Why? Why do you want to study biology? Where does that come? Where does that passion come within you? Do you want to go to medical school? Do you want to go and do neuroscience research? Do you have an interest in environmental science, but on the biology side of things? And students don't know the answer to that right away, as much as they think they might. And so as they go on their first few semesters of their academic journey, they get closer to answering that question, why do I want to study biology or whatever subject that they're interested in? And so the POE is like this, hey, here's 20 credits that you have to take. We don't like the word required because it is flexible. Here are your required courses. And then there's fill in the blanks. So how do you fill in the blanks to have an enriched degree? Like, how do you get that degree? This leads me to the second part of our distinguishing factors. Here, every student has 2 advisors, not 1. We're all familiar with the concept that when you go to college, you have a faculty advisor. They help you pick your courses, your electives, coordinate internships or research. And that's great. It's so great that we wanted to double it up. So every student here has a faculty advisor that kind of works with them on those types of academic experiences, but they also have a second advisor, which could be a staff member, it could be a faculty member. Both of those advisors, the student gets to choose, and they're there for the other half or part of the college experience. Sometimes we don't really remind ourselves that when, as a 4-year residential college, like all of ours are, it's home. It's your home for 4 years. You live here, you make your friends here, you have experiences here. And so it's not just all in the classroom. The other advisor, some students refer to it as a mentor, and they're there to be like, what are you doing with your summer? Like, how are you spending your time? I know I advise some students, they'll come to me being like, I need some study habits to work on, or, my roommate is being X, Y, and Z, because I think we can all understand coming to your second advisor, that's your mentor, it's a lot easier to talk about roommate problems than going to like the chair of the chemistry department or something. So it's double the support. And with that support, and we put the students in the driver's seat, they get say, and we help them make good choices and right choices. So by the end, the student has a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts in their degree. And we find that the way we approach education in that sense is a really impactful way of doing it. I want to go back one more thing I do want to mention. I don't have this slide on me because I know I tend to ramble, so I'm trying to keep myself, what's the word I'm looking for? Punctuated. On our panel of 4 out of Juniata College, King's College, Lycoming College, and Albright, Juniata is very proud to say we're one of the colleges that change lives. We're one of 44 colleges that change lives. If you're not familiar, the Colleges That Change Lives is a book that Lauren Pope wrote. Lauren Pope is a former editor of the New York Times. And the fun way I like to, explain this is parents even like a decade ago were like, Lauren, my kid, you know, has this interesting multidisciplinary, you know, educational perspective and passion, and I want them to have a small classroom experience, whatever. Give me a list of these colleges my kid should apply to. And Lauren said, no, I'm going to write a book instead. So he spent 2 years traveling all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast, looking for these types of small liberal arts colleges that are diamonds in the rough, and actually devote, not that other colleges don't, of course, devote themselves at their core to doing just that. And Juniata has been in it since its very first publication. And so I think that that's just a great way to culminate those two distinguishing factors that I was talking about before. So to make sure that my fellow presenters have their time, while there will be a final slide at the end that has all of our contact information, I am the New Jersey admission counselor for Juniata. And here's some of my contact information here. If you want to take like a screenshot or, you know, whatever, if you have questions about Juniata specifically or to follow up about this presentation, I'm more than thrilled to have that conversation with you. So I will now, hopefully guys, I didn't talk too long. I'll pass the torch off.
Awesome. Thanks, Kat. I think I'm up next, guys, right? Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen then. Okay, can I get a head nod from people? Can you guys see that? Perfect. Okay. Hi, everyone. Like I said before, my name is Gabriella. I am the New Jersey admission counselor for Albright College. And thank you guys for taking out the time to be here today. So just quickly at a glance, we are located in Reading, Pennsylvania, and we have about 1,600 students on campus from 27 different states, 14 different countries. One of the greatest things about our campus community is our 50% diversity, and that kind of brings really great life experiences and different perspectives to our campus community. So that is definitely one of the things that we treasure here. And we do have a 14:1 student faculty ratio, so about 14 students to 1 faculty member. So if you're the type of student that really cherishes that kind of one-on-one education and really just likes that attention, we can definitely give that to you here. So what does an Albright education look like? So we have over 50 majors, co-majors, and minors. Now, one very unique thing about Albright is we have something called co-majoring. So you might hear the term double majoring at some other institutions, but co-majoring is a little bit different. So for example, if you are very passionate about psychology, but are also very passionate about theater, you can do both, and you can combine the two to make your own unique major. So you wouldn't get 2 degrees, you would only get 1 at the end of the 4 years, but it's kind of your own unique major that you made yourself. So you would take the core classes to psychology and the core classes of theater and mix those two. And a lot of our students actually take advantage of this pretty unique opportunity. We've had a really great success with particularly internships when it comes to students that co-major. So that's something that we offer here. Some of our most unique majors that we do have fashion design and fashion merchandising. So design and merchandising is more of like the business aspect of it, as well as costume design. You know, it's kind of hard to find a really successful fashion program at like a not big fashion school or art school. So we have a really great fashion program here at a small liberal arts school. We also have music industry studies. This is one of the definitely cooler majors that we have. We actually have our own record label, and it's called Lion Records. And through that record label is how our students kind of publish their music. So you can, we even have a recording studio on campus, so you can kind of record your own beats, kind of write music, record, and just make that your own. So that's definitely something that we offer. It's pretty unique as well. And we also offer game simulation and development. And this also goes kind of hand in hand with our esports varsity sport that we have. So those are just some of our kind of more unique things that we offer. And we also, you know, offer pre-professional programs. So if you are looking into law school, med school, vet school, or dentistry school after your 4 years at Albright, we definitely have really good tracks for you. And particularly for pre-med, we actually have an 87% acceptance rate right into med school after Albright. So definitely a lot of success there as well. Getting involved on campus is super easy. We have over 90 clubs and organizations. We have anywhere between gospel choir to Club Vogue that puts on fashion runways on campus for the campus community, which is really, really cool. We have Nerf Club. If you like doing Nerf, you name it, we probably have it. We are also Division III athletics. So we have 24 varsity sports, men's, women's, and co-ed. And about 30% of our students are student athletes. So, definitely a good population there. And again, because we're Division III, we understand that you are a student first. So we have a lot of resources, not only just for athletes, but for our students in general, to really make sure that you're getting the best out of your education. Again, we have some really great opportunities kind of outside the classroom, which is really what enriches your experience. So we have experiential learning and a career development center, so they'll definitely help you kind of building your resume, doing mock interviews. We even have a career closet, which is kind of like a thrift shop for the students on campus. So if you don't feel like going out and buying like a $100 50 suit, you could probably borrow one or get it for like $5 here. We have a really good exchange program with that. We do offer study abroad as well. We offer 2 to 4 week programs or a whole semester program. So the 2 to 4 week programs are usually over the summer or over the winter interim, which is about like a month and a half between kind of Christmas and January, February. So lots of opportunities there. Internships are definitely, some majors do require them, but if they're not required, they're definitely heavily encouraged. And our Career Development Center actually does an excellent job with kind of matching students with their interests. And a lot of the time, Albright alumni will actually call the Career Development Center and say, hey, like I graduated and I want an Albright student to work for me over the summer, things like that. So definitely a lot of connections made there. We also have a really great research program. It's called the Albright Creative Research Experience. So basically, we pay you to stay on campus for summer, and you conduct your own research with the help of a mentor, a faculty mentor. And we've had a lot of students actually go on to present their research at national conferences. And we actually had a student last semester before COVID hit, actually. He presented his research in Venezuela. So really, really great opportunities outside the classroom as well. Okay, and just to kind of stay connected with Albright, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My personal favorite is TikTok right now. I actually run that page and come up with like the video content. If you would like a virtual campus tour, we actually have a couple campus tours on our TikTok, as well as a dorm room tour. So if you wanted to see what a typical freshman dorm room looked like, you could definitely check us out on TikTok. And then if you wanted to contact me personally, like I'd love to reach out to you guys. You can reach me at gmarrero@albright.edu and make sure to follow us. And that is it for me. So I'm going to stop sharing. All right.
Thank you, Gabriella. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justin Austin, as I stated before, the Assistant Director of Admissions at Lycoming College. I work with all the students from New Jersey, so that is why I'm joining with these lovely folks here today. Let me just get my screen up and running here and talk about what the power of Pennsylvania Liberal Arts College and what Lycoming College does for that, and why we say think deeply and act boldly. Just a little background about who we are. Lycoming College was founded in 1812, which makes us one of the 50 oldest colleges in the United States, so we're very proud of that. We are a small campus of only 1,200 students with a breakdown of 52% female, 48% male, where we have students from 15 countries and 32 states. So with that, our faculty, we have 90 full-time faculty members, and 96% of those faculty members hold either their PhD or the highest education available within their fields. And because of the large size of our faculty, that allows our students to really have a really great connection with them, with our student to faculty ratio of 12:1. We also talk a little bit about where we're nationally ranked for the 4th consecutive year. We are in the Princeton Review's best 385 colleges across the country. But enough about who we are. more to talk about how our liberal arts education is a 21st century liberal arts education. And under the leadership of our president, President Trakti, these are just some of the majors that we have to offer. We have 43 majors with 66 minors. Just some of our newer ones that we've added over the last couple of years: astrophysics, biochemistry, neuroscience. We have an entrepreneurship minor now. Our newest major is a Latin American archaeology program, which is really, really unique. But students have the opportunity to set up cross-disciplinary actions between that. So if you have a student who's interested in biology but also art, it's very easy to set that up. Same with criminal justice or psychology, and so on and so forth. So one of the great things is that with our faculty, you get started with them as early as freshman year in the summer during your orientation, when you get to meet them as your faculty advisor. About 88% of our students do come in undeclared. So once you declare your major, which we allow students to do that after their second semester, before their second semester sophomore year, you'll then be assigned an academic advisor within your major. So at first it may be a math teacher, it may not be. I'm a graduate of Lycoming, so when I first started, my advisor actually used to be a microeconomics professor on campus, and he ended up being the provost until I declared my major. So that was just a really unique opportunity. But all of our students, before they graduate, must complete what we call an enhanced academic experience, and I'll get to that in a second here, before they graduate. So there's many different options of what an enhanced academic experience means, but I'll dive to that in a minute. And with that, we talk about a high impact, high reward. So the purpose of this office, it's located in our center. It's located in our Craft Gateway Center, which is the building I'm in right now. And it's for that, it's designed to promote intellectual, professional, and personal development. So during your time at Lycoming, each major is placed within a specific cluster. And within that cluster is a career advisor who you also get to meet the summer before your freshman year gets started. So just like Kat, Lycoming College, you'll have 2 advisors to help you through the process, which is really great. So that way you don't slip through the cracks. You're not a number. You get to work with these people to help you achieve what you would really, really like to do, and your end goals once you graduate. So some things that incur with a enhanced academic experience: internships, either they're local, domestic, or even international. We've had some students head down to the Dominican Republic. For us here at Lycoming, we actually have our own coffee brand. It's called Warrior Coffee. We have a farm down in the Dominican Republic, and our students go down to work with that farm as well as the village where the coffee is grown. So that's a really great opportunity. Fieldwork experiences with, another one with the coffee farm, as well as archaeology. So any student that majors in archaeology with us here on campus, they actually have to complete an archaeological dig before they graduate. We actually have a site in Cyprus, and as well with the new Latin American archaeology program, we're looking for a site as well. In the picture, as you can see there, we have a lot of creeks and streams that run through the Williamsport area, where we're located. So our students get some really great fieldwork experience as well. There's actually an amphibian in Pennsylvania known as the Hellbender. It's kind of like a giant flat salamander, and students at Lycoming were actually able to help it become Pennsylvania's state amphibian. And again, they live under rocks, and they're just really cool creatures to look at, but they're a freshwater amphibian. Research opportunities as well, specifically for those students in the science fields, astrophysics, biology, chemistry. We don't have any grad assistants or teachers' aides here at Lycoming, so our students get to work with our professors one-on-one to do that research. If you're looking for something in particular, our students get that opportunity as well. As I stated before, there is an office for the center, the Center of Enhanced Academic Experiences. It works with all of our students. If you're looking for an internship, even back in New Jersey, we will work with our students to make sure that they can get that experience. Another cool opportunity with us being located in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, is we're pretty much in the center of the state. And just to talk about some things, we have what we call as our Outdoor Leadership and Education program. Being located in Central PA, there's a lot of great hiking trails, mountains, rivers and streams that our students can go kayaking in. And this is something that started about 4 years ago with our program, and it's learning while doing is one of the most effective ways to gain and apply new knowledge and skills. The purpose of this program is to take real-world experiences and help them expand of what's going on in the classroom. So the photo in the lower right-hand corner is actually our 36-foot rock climbing wall, which is here on campus. But as you can see here also on the slide, that our students, you could be, a wilderness expert or maybe not. It's perfectly fine. We have programs for everyone, and all these trips are little to no cost to our students. I think the most is like a $10 fee, which you end up getting back before you hit the road. So it's a really cool experience for our students to be a part of. I'm a little jealous, again, being a graduate. This wasn't here when I was a student, so I try to jump on as many trips as I can, but most of the time they match up with work. So, but those are just some of the really great opportunities that we have at Lycoming. So that'll conclude my portion of it. I'm going to turn it over to my friend Maddie and let her talk about King's College.
Thank you, Justin. Let me share my screen here. Can everybody see that? Okay, thank you. So again, my name is Maddie Heinmarsh. I work at King's College. I'm actually the admission counselor for all of New Jersey. I feel like to dive deep into why King's makes a really great Pennsylvania liberal arts institution for a lot of students is really deep down within our mission statement of the college. So our Holy Cross tradition, we are a part of the Congregation of Holy Cross. The image that you see on the screen displayed is actually some of the colleges and institutions that we are affiliated with through our Congregation of Holy Cross. University of Notre Dame probably being one of our bigger ones. Our three main components of our mission statement are values, service, and our core curriculum, which I'm going to get into. But first, I wanted to just include this slide. I think something that really resonates with students when they come to visit is seeing this a little bit all throughout our campus. So King's teaches its students not only how to make a living, but how to live. You're not going to be just engaged with mentors on campus and not only in professional preparation and great academics, but you're also going to learn how to flourish and thrive really and become a more well-rounded person overall through our liberal arts curriculum. So the history of King's. We offer more than just a tradition of excellence to all of our students. We are a community rooted not only from the Congregation of Holy Cross from the University of Notre Dame, but when you step foot on our campus, automatically you're going to see just such a welcoming community, and you're going to feel the warmth of just our caring and nurturing environment across our campus. We're guided in principles of faith and trust. So we were founded in 1946 to educate the sons of coal miners and mill workers. Our area was specifically a really big coal mining area. The statue that you see in this picture of our campus not only has a quote from one of our founding fathers, but on the back actually has all of our founding fathers engraved on it as well. We really promise every student a commitment to provide a solid foundation of a liberal arts education, along with preparing them professionally to succeed in several different career fields. So to break it down a little bit more, so King's has 2,400 undergraduate students. We've seen students enroll from 41 different states this past year. And some of those states, when you come, we'll talk a little bit more about them. We have a 50-50 male to female ratio. With that being said, our average class size is around 18 students. So we have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio in our classroom settings. One of our main values, so professional preparation. We're going to not only prepare you for your future career goal, but we're also going to prepare you for the careers that you're going to face after your graduation from King's. So we have 41 undergraduate majors. There is a slide that I'm going to show you in a little bit to discuss a little bit more of what those majors are on campus. I really can't say that we just have one popular major. We have a few depending on whatever college or school of business or something like that you're looking into. And then we have career counselors. So we have career counselors that we advise to students, and then academic advisors as well. So career counselors are through the Office of Career Planning on campus. Last year alone, we had 253 vendors come to our campus, not only for mock interview opportunities, but to network with our students for different events and engage in professional development series. I think that's something definitely notable of the Office of Career Planning. King's has a 99% placement rate within the first 6 months of graduation after King's, with either employment opportunities or even graduate school placement opportunities opportunities as well. Personalized education. With that being said, so all of our professors maintain their requirements of all of our education through our liberal arts through CELT, which is the Center for Excellence in Learning and Teaching. It's like a training seminar that they go through continuously. We really pride ourselves for personalized education on engaged mentorship. So you will be assigned an academic advisor throughout your time at King's to maintain, as Kat and Justin and Gabriella did mention, maintain with you in the program, make sure you're going to classes and make sure you're staying on track and really doing well in those courses. Not only that, but the engaged mentorship opportunities really do allow students to get involved with their own internship opportunities, research opportunities, and different things on campus. We also want not only that mentorship to not extend only in our classrooms, but also to extend outside of our classroom. So the life beyond the classroom. We have 28 NCAA athletics on campus. We're a Division III school. We had also club sports that were just added. We became an esports campus at the end of last year. We just got women's golf and men's volleyball. We have a lot of opportunities for study abroad, service learning, and other things to really keep students engaged, like 50 clubs and organizations and so much more. Our engaging community. We really strive to create an environment that's as nurturing as it is enriching. And I like how when Kat opened up for us today, she actually mentioned we want to create an atmosphere that's nurturing and enriching for all of us. And that's actually one of our statements in our mission statement for students. We do have a lot of resources to help students succeed. So I mentioned not only the Office of Career Planning and Academic Advisors, but we have an academic skills office that offers free tutoring and support to all students. We have a counseling center, and we even have a writing center to really help students as well. The second component of our mission statement is service. So although service is not required for our students or it's not mandatory, we did complete over 200,000 hours of community service last year alone, all voluntary from our students. As a first-year student on our campus, right over orientation weekend, we actually require 3 hours of community service to be completed as a class. And again, not mandatory, but it's a really good time for our students to engage in the community around us and then also give back to King's and the school. SERVE at our campus stands for Students Engaged in Reflective Volunteer Experiences. We do send students locally, nationally, and even abroad. This past semester, we had students in Massachusetts, Arizona, and even Puerto Rico, just to name a few offhand. Our core curriculum. Through our time at King's, we really do engage students in a core curriculum. Every student will be taking this core through any academic major. This chart here is actually exactly what core classes are required of all students. So Holy Cross Experience is not listed on that, but it's a first-year student course that we actually transformed this past year. It used to be called FYE, which is First Year Experience course. We wanted to tie a lot more of our mission statement into the curriculum so that we can engage a little bit more with all of our students for what our mission and our values are here at King's. All of these courses are unique to our university. They really do offer a wide variety of different formative and even transformational opportunities for students throughout our core curriculum. These are all of our majors and programs on campus and even some of our pre-professional programs. We are, for example, our business school is AACSB accredited throughout all of our majors. Our pre-professional programs, we do have affiliations to send students to and even certain tracks that you can actually pursue if you were really looking, for example, pre-law. It's 3 years at King's and then 3 years at Villanova with an agreement that we have with their institution. Our College of Arts and Sciences is actually all of our social science and humanities on campus. We really encourage students to possibly pursue a dual major or even a minor because it allows you to really get creative and transform your education into something that you really want it to be. So personalized education is important. We do have two four-year in-house engineering programs, and we have 3 2 programs with the University of Notre Dame and even Washington University in St. Louis. Our allied health programs are a lot of programs that we're known for. So we have 2 5-year master's programs in athletic training and physician assistant. And then a couple of different 4-year tracks for all of our other allied health programs. We have 1 master's program in our education department and then 4-year programs as well. And then lastly, our colleges of sciences, which will prepare you for very wide variety of different professional programs to go towards after King's. I think the biggest thing that I want students to know when I'm visiting schools and doing virtual visits like this is that you're definitely going to get the information that you can, or as much information as you can when you schedule virtual visits with us and when we meet virtually, but definitely coming on our campus is a whole different feeling. And I know Kat, for example, before talked a little bit more about, finding that perfect fit for you. And I think all of us can agree that it's important for you to really come to our campuses and see us and talk to us more about our academic majors and programs so that you get a better understanding and a better feel for where we're at. I'm going to pass this back.
Sorry, because I really, before we do the whole sign off things, because I know if you see this recording later, I think when people talk about liberal arts colleges, we use the word fit a lot, or just talking about college in general, fit. But sometimes fit, that word, is really hard to define. What does fit really mean? While in the essence, we think it's the place where you'll grow best or feel the most comfortable or the most nurtured, it's different for everyone. And I just know, from my experience, and that's why I wanted to jump in, Maddie, like you said, you'll hear the cliche sometimes that I knew X college was the right fit for me from the moment I stepped on campus. That's not always true, but really the best way to figure out if a college is the best fit is to visit. Luckily for all of us, I think I'm the farthest one. Juniata is the farthest one away from New Jersey. And I think the farthest drive one of my students has ever done was 5 hours. So luckily for all of us, if you've learned enough, or in general, you can visit us in less than a day. And you don't know until you see the students and you talk with us and all that kind of stuff. So don't be afraid hearing the word fit and not necessarily knowing what fit means to you or what even your best fit is. I remember when I was 18, I wanted to get my MBA. Now I have my MED. And so it's, I think we all talked about this. It's an ever evolving thing. And so you don't have to know that right away. When you visit a campus, you'll know. Well, eventually you'll know. So I know, again, that's a cliche, but hopefully when things kind of get a little more back to normal, the best thing you can do is visit a campus. The worst thing that could happen is you didn't like it. Well, then, hey, there you go. Then you discover what maybe not the best fit for you is. It's all a learning experience. Thank you, Maddie.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I was going to pass it over to you to actually wrap up for us today, but here are all of our presenter contact. It's okay. Here are all of our presenter contact information. So Kat from Juniata, Gabriella from Albright, Justin from Lycoming, and me from King's. Please reach out to us. We are here for you, and we really want to get a lot more of your connections made with us on campus if you do have questions.
And I hope for those of you either who are present or watching now, we got together as a panel because we thought each of our 4 institutions, the 4 of us together made up a really great representation within 4 colleges of the diversity of different kinds of liberal arts colleges. Liberal arts is not just a blanket statement. We all approach education with that philosophy, but each of us, I hope you can see, even when you apply it to looking at other Pennsylvania liberal arts colleges, we all have something different to bring to the table. And I think the reason we wanted to talk about the power of Pennsylvania liberal arts colleges is as a state, we have so many. And so within your neighbor state of Pennsylvania, you can and you will find one that's right for you. And so as New Jersey, you just got to hop on over the border and come see what we have to offer.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Sorry for the little delay there. I forgot I was on mute. Thank everyone for joining us today. And I would like to thank our presenters for joining us as well. When you do log off of here today, you will see that there will be a quick survey for you. It will appear right when you're about to log off. And we're encouraging you to
I think we lost him.
David,
we
you
are.
froze on us for a while.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh,
Last thing I heard was there's a survey that we'll send to you, and then the rest was silent. So.
oh, okay. I'm very sorry about that. I think I'm back now though. So sign up for more sessions. Yay. I think we're at time anyway. So thank you everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you.